Hey guys, welcome back to Griffo's Retro Gaming, in which we're going to take another look at the original Xbox, and in particular 5 more exclusive titles. Now it's worth bearing in mind that when I say exclusive, I mean exclusive to the console scene. So yes, some of these titles have been released for the PC either before or after the Xbox release. However, they haven't been on the PlayStation 2, Dreamcast or GameCube. So kick back, relax, and let's take a look at 5 exclusive Xbox titles that I consider brilliant. Originally released for the Xbox in 2005, Call of Cthulhu was in development for 6 years and was planned to be released for the PlayStation 2 also, but sadly that was later cancelled. The game is based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft, the author of The Call of Cthulhu, and is a survival horror game, but with a twist. Not only do you have to survive by fighting enemies in a whole manner of different ways, including alien tech, but the game also features a sanity system, in which you have to battle panic attacks, vertigo and hallucinations. These are all caused by looking at the enemies or at things that may just scare you. Throughout the game you are being hunted down, and some aspects of the game can really go against you. So for example, should you hurt your leg, you will begin to limp and breathe heavy or even wince. This all adds to the suspense, drama and experience of the game, and it's all wonderfully presented with some amazing graphics and visuals. This is an absolutely fantastic survival horror game, and it should be up there with games such as Resident Evil, in my opinion. Don't believe me, however? Give it a go. Standing in the shadow of Morrowind, Arx Fatalis is a game that often gets overlooked, but in terms of gameplay, depth and creativity, it's definitely one of the best on the Xbox. Arx Fatalis is set in a world in which the sun has died out, forcing every creature and being underground into the caverns of Arx. The game takes place entirely underground, where the inhabitants, ranging from trolls, goblins, dwarves and humans, all have to coexist and tensions are high. You awake in a prison cell with no memory of what's happened or where you are, and so your adventure begins. Whilst being very similar to Morrowind in gameplay, Arx does have some rather unique features, the most interesting of which is the spellcasting system that is activated by making patterns using your thumbstick. This feature is a great idea that separates the game from all other similar titles, but it does take a lot of getting used to, so bear that in mind. Arx also has another quirky mechanic, in which you can combine ingredients at fire to create different food, like bread for example. Just for context, this feature is very similar to the crafting system in Zelda Breath of the Wild. With the game being set in underground caverns, it can be rather bland and boring after a while, and the combat takes a little getting used to, but all in all, it's a wonderful game that offers an in-depth and different experience. So if you are into RPG games, then definitely check this one out. Panzer Dragoon Orta is the 4th and final entry into an extremely popular Sega series that first began on the Sega Saturn back in 1995. The game is an on-rail shooter in which you will be riding a dragon and control all the movements of the dragon's position on screen, as well as being able to speed up or slow down. Enduring an attack, the prison camp is broken through by a mysterious dragon, and Orta takes it upon herself to ride the dragon and destroy the Empire once and for all. Panzer Dragoon Orta is quite long for a single player shooter, and is spread over 10 diverse and challenging levels. Despite the game's mechanics being deceptively simple, there is some real depth hidden beneath the surface. It's an incredibly good looking game, it's fast paced with epic action, and it all adds up to an experience that every Xbox owner should try. Force is a frantic third-person shooter that draws a lot of comparisons to the brilliant Halo. That's with them both being futuristic. However, unlike Halo, Brute Force has a largely forgettable story. That's not to say that it's bad, it's just generic and boring. But that isn't what Brute Force is all about, thankfully, because in this shooter you actually control a team of 4 elite and unique squadron members, all with different abilities. You switch between all 4 squad members during play at a touch of a button, in order to accomplish your goals, using each member's strength to get past an obstacle, be it many enemies, puzzles or long distance attacks. Each of the 18 missions has a new challenge and a range of human and alien enemies to eliminate. Unfortunately, you seldom use other characters than Tex, the leader, who is a token badass action hero capable of wielding 2 high-powered weapons at a time. And in honesty, that's all you need, because the fights in the game are really high-paced and action-packed. This means that sneaking in with a sniper isn't really necessary because there's no sneak ability anyway. Normally these qualms may sound like a serious problem, however, this actually doesn't prevent Brute Force from being a totally enjoyable and challenging shooter. Conker Live and Reloaded is a remake of the original N64 game, Conkers Bad Fur. It features updated graphics which really do look better than the original. The environments, effects and colours are everything you'd expect to see on the Xbox for the time, really making use of some of the capabilities of the system. There was a few changes, but these were minor, and include Conker now using a baseball bat instead of a frying pan, his default weapon in the original. You may remember a few challenging levels from the original game. Well, these have been made slightly easier. So for example, they've added a crosshair for the slingshot weapon, which makes aiming an awful lot easier. The most controversial change, however, is that the remake censors a lot more swear words with beeps than the original. Some fans see this as needless. I personally don't mind so much, as the game is still a whole lot of fun and looks wonderful compared to the original. Another new addition was the online multiplayer game that supported up to 16 players. Amazingly, this remained popular up until 2007. Another awesome little thing is that it is now backwards compatible on the Xbox One, making what looked like a brilliant game anyway even better. And that was a look at 5 more exclusive titles for the original Xbox that I feel everybody must own or play at least. Now I really hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And if you did, please remember to like and comment, and I shall see you very soon for another video. Thanks for watching.